Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Once again, we're going to learn IELTS. In this video, we are continuing from where we have left, that is IELTS listening section 2. This video is dedicated to students who want to improve their score on section 3. Once again, I would like to highlight something that we are covering the basics as of now. In the forthcoming videos, you can expect me to be solving questions along with you, and we're going in depths of this. This is just a basic what I'm covering in this video again. So IELTS listening section 3, it has long multiple choice questions. If I give you a quick recap of section 1 and 2, section 1 is the easiest one. Section 2 a little harder, not much. However, we have discussed it how you can get 20 out of 20 in your section 1 and 2. Section 3 is the most difficult one. It's not an easy one. But again, if you practice it properly and you follow the steps that I'm going to talk about in this video, you would definitely nail it. So step 1 when it comes to your section 3 is, again, read the questions well in advance. Once you are done with your section 2, just leave it there. Make sure that you've done it correctly. When you're practicing at home, you need to practice in a way that you're able to do section 1 and 2 100% accurately. Again, you have to learn this art. I'll be guiding you, with the help of my videos, and if you want to get personalized classes, so I can help you more there, of course. If I talk about now, let's get back to our section 3 again. Start reading the questions right away. Okay, don't, so basically in section 3, what sort of questions we're going to have? Most of the times it is your multiple choice questions, and these multiple choice questions are the long multiple choice questions. They're not short multiple choice questions. So when it comes to your long multiple choice questions, it is difficult to read the questions as well as, reading the answer choices, because both are long sentences we have. So what you should do instead is, you can skim and scan the choices. You can skim the choices like ABC, just skim it. But yeah, read the questions properly. So question 1, read properly. Question 2, read properly. Question 3, read properly. Some of our students, they have said that how they've got this, questions on the real exam is they've gotten like quite fast. Again, the conversation is pretty fast, so if you miss and also it could be it could be among 3 speakers as well, so it is confusing. So section 3 has a lot of things to understand. However, if I just talk about the basic information, you need to get hold of reading as well, because okay, you're reading the long sentences. If your reading ability is not good, you cannot get hold of section 3. It's not just about listening, but it involves a good amount of reading as well. So the more you have speed in reading, the better would be your score. So make sure that you improve your reading ability as well. Again, when it comes to improving your reading ability in IELTS, I may not recommend you to read newspapers or articles or something like this, but just focus on the Cambridge content, like IELTS Cambridge books. Really, I'm not in favor of improving your reading with the help of articles on BBC or any news channel. I mean, the purpose is basically not solved if you're not practicing enough IELTS reading papers or listening papers. So focus more on that. So in IELTS listening, section 3, what you have to do is, step 1 is read the questions, skim and scan the choices, but read the questions properly so that you know that what is the audio going to be about and what could possibly be the answer of question 1, 2, and then 5, because they're long multiple choice questions. So you cannot guess it. And most students, they do complain that whenever I'm doing this section, why am I feeling the conversation is going too fast while I'm reading it slow, or I'm not able to, question 1 is gone, question 2 is gone, and I miss the information. So it's very common, guys. If you're just a beginner, even if you're an expert, I would say this can happen. So first of all, just be relaxed when this happens. The second step is practice well. If you don't practice, you'll not be able to nail this. It's not something, that, okay, your English is good. Okay, my English is very good. Tomorrow I'm going to take my IELTS exam and I'll get good score. Okay, I can get a good score in section 1, 2, and 4, but I'll not be able to get a very good score in IELTS listening when it comes to your section 3. So if I go tomorrow without preparation, I may also make 4 to 5 mistakes. So you should never, think that, okay, yeah, I can get it 40 out of 40. No, it's not possible. You have to practice it. Enough practice that you can be confident when you're sitting in the real exam. Again, 2 to 3 things I'd like to emphasize. Improve your reading skills because the questions are long, and this is the only sort of questions you'll get in your section 3, which is your long multiple choice questions. And long multiple choice questions are not easy. Imagine if you get map in section 2 and long multiple choice questions in section 3, how would you get 39 or 40 out of 40? It is difficult then. But yeah, if you improve your reading speed, this means you can quickly read the questions, and you have 1 minute basically, like 30 seconds when you have your section 2 finish, and then they give you some time to check your answers. You'll not check your answers of section 2, but you'll start reading questions of section 3. And other 30 seconds is when they ask you, okay, now you have some time to look at questions 21 to 26, something like this. So you need to just go with 21 to 26. Don't start reading 27 to 30, because again, once that audio finishes, your 26 to 30 questions, you'll again get some time, a few seconds to read those questions. So don't hurry. All right. So we were on your listening section 3. We have talked about 2 skills as of now that you need to improve your reading skills as well. In the forthcoming again videos, what are we going to do about your reading skills or listening skills is we'll try to improve your overall IELTS skills. And if I talk about the basic IELTS skills, the core skills IELTS carries, it is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing, synonyms. There are words, that are repeatedly used in IELTS over the years. I always call it IELTS vocabulary, and it's not some very long file. It's like it doesn't have 1,000 words or something. No, it's not that. It's like just 200, 300 words. That's it. And that anyone can memorize within 1 or 2 months. Then you can get a high score. Also, the most important thing, you need to master the words, especially for the writing module, and as well as to get the grip of your reading and listening module by improving your vocabulary. Why would you do that? Because that IELTS vocabulary is going to be helpful. Whatever vocabulary you would learn in reading module, that would be helpful in your listening module as well as your writing module. And you would see this repetition. IELTS do this, like, the paper setters, the British Council, I always do this. Like, there's a repetition of vocabulary. Once you would notice, okay, rather than using, I'm just giving an example. So rather than using the word important, they might use the word pivotal, P-I-V-O-T-A-L, or vital, V-I-T-A-L, or maybe crucial, C-R-U-C-I-A-L. So this is how they just twist and turn the words. It's again, the meaning of all these words are same. It's exactly the same. There's no difference. So anyway, we were again on section 3 of IELTS listening. It is one of the most difficult sections. But if you do it carefully, if you follow the steps that I've mentioned, such as, first of all, start reading the questions well in advance so that you get grip of the questions. Secondly, improve your reading skills so that you can read fast well before the audio starts. Well before the audio starts, if you're reading appropriately, you're getting the hold of the content. This means when the listening is there, you can control the listening. You can understand what the speaker is saying, and then you can answer the questions correctly. Then afterwards, you need to split that. When you get to that 1 minute, you need to read 21 to 26 and read the questions. Don't start reading the options. I mean, give a little scan or just skim the options, but don't start reading like blind. Otherwise, you'll not be able to read all the questions. At least I always prefer, rather most of my students as well, those who've got like a band 9, they prefer to read the questions more carefully than the options. Because the options are very long, and imagine out of 3 options, just 1 is correct. So when you are listening, you can read the options then also. But the most important thing, when you are listening and when you're trying to read at the same time, if you don't read the questions well in advance, it's going to be very messy for you. So which should not happen, of course, because if you want a high score of, let's say, 8, 9, you can only make 3 to 4 mistakes. Try to avoid that in section 3. But yeah, I mean, I can still understand if you're a basic or you're an intermediate one, you're likely to make more mistakes in section 3. So don't worry, we have always like personalized classes for that. We have tips and tricks that we'll be covering in a lot of videos that are coming for you guys. Yeah, so I guess we've almost covered everything about section 3. In the future, I guess we would be solving all these things together. So I guess that would be pretty helpful if you guys have. I hope you guys must have liked this video. and you can subscribe to our channel. So there's a button basically from where you'll get notifications whenever we post a new video. And for personalized classes, you can always contact us. And have a nice day. Bye bye.